Hey everybody, it's Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com, and today I'll be doing a review for Best Buy's blog for these two speakers right here from Sony. We're looking at the XE200 and the bigger brother, the XE300. Now, in this review, we're going to take a look at the unique design of these speakers, really what makes it different from all the other Bluetooth speakers on the market today. We'll talk a little bit about the setup, and if you're on Android, you're going to be very happy about that. And then I'm just going to get right into it. We're going to be looking at the sound quality of these speakers. We're going to do some audio tests so you could hear it for yourself. And then I'm going to pair them together with another Sony speaker and do a little bit of jump rope, because that's really how I review speakers and headphones these days. So without further ado, let's get it, folks. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, and cue the intro. So let's go ahead and begin with the design of these two speakers from Sony. The XE200 and 300 really sport a unique design. At first glance, you might think that this is a 360-degree speaker, but it's not. It's actually got this kind of pentagon-like shape to it. And on the sides, you have this kind of a rubber coating all around it. And that is there for a good reason. It's because this is drop-proof. It can handle the occasional bumps and bruises that happen to speakers when you're using them when you're out and about, say camping or at the beach or by the pool. Now, there is this speaker grill and this fabric, and wherever you see the fabric, that's essentially where the sound is coming out. And when you look at it, it's supposed to sit vertically, but you could also drop it and have it sit horizontally as well, and it will sit in place. But where this one grill is, this fabric, that's essentially where the sound is coming out. And I'm kind of confused by this design element, because it feels, on the surface at least, that Sony's really missing out on the opportunity to essentially have a 360-degree speaker, but it looks like they opted for a different type of design to really push that audio. What this means for both the XE200 and 300 is that the positioning is very, very important. So if you're having a party, you want to make sure that this line right here where the fabric is facing where you want the music to go, because this is not a 360-degree speaker. I tested it outside and I can definitely tell you that. Now, interesting design between the two of them. You'll notice that the XE200 comes with this carrying strap, whereas the XE300 does not. Again, I'm very confused. Why? This is the bigger one. Like, this one is harder to hold. I can't even get barely get my hand around it. But for some reason, this one doesn't have the strap. I guess because even if it did have the strap, it would be very bulky to carry. Now, even though the XE300 is bigger, and typically with speakers, bigger is better, this is the nice compact form factor, about the size of a water bottle. It's lightweight. You can carry it with you, and it's not going to take up too much space or bug you very much. Interesting thing I noted, though, is when you do use this on the Element, this grayness over here, it does pick up dust and dirt, but that's not really a big issue because you can wipe it down and it will be clean again. But when you're taking photography photos with these, you start to notice that kind of stuff, because as soon as you lay it down, you pick it back up, you'll notice that there's scuff marks, and I had to keep cleaning it. Now let's talk about the pairing for both of these speakers. They support Google Fast Pair. So if you're on an Android device, man, pairing these speakers is super easy. It kind of automatically detects it, recognizes it, and then from there, getting it connected again and again every time you turn it on is super, super simple. If you're on iOS, that's okay. You could still use these speakers. It doesn't have that fast pairing, but you just have to go into your Bluetooth settings and then add this once it's discoverable. From there, it's going to always connect once you turn it on. Both of these speakers work with the Sony Music Center app, and that's their kind of like corresponding app for their new line of speakers. These X-Balance speakers is what they're called. And the great thing about that app is inside there, you can group these two speakers together. Now, there is the ability to do what's called a stereo pair. So if you have two speakers, you have one on the left channel, one on the right channel. With these two speakers, I tried to do that, but I was unable. And I didn't know if it was something with my device. I'm starting to think that to get the stereo pair, you need two identical speakers, not the XE200 and the XE300. It wasn't working. However, when I was using the party mode feature, and that is to combine multiple Sony speakers together so they simultaneously play the music at the same time, essentially creating a multi-room speaker system, provided that they're within distance and can communicate with each other. That was a very, very interesting feature and probably my favorite feature. At the time of this review, I had another Sony speaker, the XG300, that also supports inside the Sony Music Center app. So I had all three of these paired. So what do? I take it outside onto my jump rope pad, strategically place them around the pad, and then I was exercising, being completely immersed in this music. So what I'm going to do is give you the opportunity to listen to see how these speakers sound when they're all together connected in this party mode. So I don't know if you could hear it in there, but you can see that whenever I had the camera facing this grill, that's where the sound could be heard. So again, the position of these speakers when you're having a party is very important because the sound really comes out wherever you see this fabric. And clearly, the majority of the speaker does not have fabric, so placement matters. Size matters, they always say. You know, you could pick either size between these two. Of course, this one has an additional more battery life. I think this one is 16 hours, whereas this one is about 23 hours. So when you have a bigger size, of course, you're going to have a bigger battery, longer battery life. But, you know, this carrying strap is very, very convenient. And I think for that reason and that reason alone, a lot of people will choose this one. But I'm still a little bit confused. I do like the sound quality of the speaker. It sounds great. I'm just confused on why it's not coming out in more different angles. You know, you can tell that these are meant to be sitting vertically. I mentioned before, you could have it sit like this and then have the sound coming out like that. But if you're behind it, you don't really get that sound. I'm just a little confused on why Sony kind of opted for this, especially when we live in an era of all these 360-degree speakers. That said, I can't deny that these sound very, very good. It has a very balanced sound. So it's not accentuating one frequency over the other. Of course, inside the app, you can adjust and EQ it to which you like. But Sony has that True Clarity Plus, which is kind of like this sound profile that they really, really like and promote. So I think for that, for the majority of different genres, that's the one to use. I'm just a little confused. I'm still a little confused by why it's only coming out on this one side with this kind of design, but I cannot deny that the speaker sounds good. Anyways, I'm just rambling on, folks. I hope you like this review of the XE200, XE300. Again, just note, this is not a 360-degree speaker. Placement matters, but once you have it placed, maybe if you have them paired together, you're going to get a great, great sound. You get long battery life and a very, very durable speaker. So there's lots to like. You can choose what size you want. I'm going to go with the XE200 because of this strap. Again, folks, my name is Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from Handy Andy Media. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. If you want more information about your boy, hit me up on my website, handyandymedia.com, and follow me on the social. You can find all that information on my website. Andy Barrar, Handy Andy, signing out. See you again next time.